Hello, hello. It's me again, and I'm back again. Let's see. I don't really remember what I talked about last time, but I think it had to do with my art, and it had actually it's actually being exhibited right now at the Center for Spiritual Living in Dallas. So that's really cool. So it's all up, and the feedback I'm getting is amazing. I've sold like 4 pieces, which is awesome. I would love to sell more for a couple of reasons. One, to help me financially, of course, and then also because I just want people to see it. It makes me happy, and I hear, some people have been telling me that it makes them smile, and I just got some great feedback today. Today was my meet and greet, and I got some great feedback. But I got new stuff. I started working on some. Oh wait, see, yeah, some beach scenes and stuff. Still working on that, and yeah, I've got that one's not. That one's, yeah, and then I've got these. I think, yeah, this is a commission piece, so that's pretty much, it's sold. I just, I haven't delivered it and gotten paid for it yet. So here's my my new easel. I've been working. I actually was working on this and trying to figure out how to do what I want to do with it. But anyway, yes. So self-love. Wow. It's actually, it's a work in progress, because even though I love myself. But there's times like today, I was really hoping to sell something. And when I didn't, I started taking it a little personal, and then I decided that I wasn't going to do that, that I'm going to just seek other ways to show my art. And, I had some good ideas on the way home. But that's the thing. You start to think that things, if you're doing the right thing, and if you're, following your passion and all that stuff, that everything's going to be completely easy, and, everything's going to just show up. And I don't think that that's necessarily true. I mean, maybe it is, but every successful person I hear talk, they always talk about this hard work. And I get it now. Like before I thought, like when you call it hard work, I guess that's the term I don't like, is calling it hard work. Because I do work hard on these paintings. Like sometimes I'm in oh my God, my back hurts so much. And I'm standing now because I have my easel now, but I was painting on the floor. And so I would sit there like for hours and hours and hours. My feet would have no circulation. And I would be in so much pain. And then I would end up like sitting actually on my legs, with my feet under me, like a little kid, which is, I'm 53. So it's not very comfortable that way. So, but I understood that, like, it's hard work, but there's so much passion behind it, and so much drive that you don't necessarily feel that. Like I don't mind doing that. Like I don't, I used to be a waitress, and that kind of hard work I have no interest of going back to doing again. But yeah, I am so into doing whatever I can to get my stuff out there and get it seen, and see what opportunities come from it. There's like always an inner voice, like, yeah, like right now I heard the thought, oh yeah, who do you think you are that people really want to see your art? But gosh, those voices are what stop us. Now I'm lucky enough that I am aware of, and I hear them, and then I go, no, that's not really true. That's somebody else talking, because I know what I want. I know what I came to do. I know what kind of life I want to live. And those thoughts and those comments that go on, in the head, I call it in the peanut gallery, the monkey gallery in my head. That's going to be there. And that's part of, I think, for me, recognizing that, and then, and actually saying, you know, that's not true, but thanks for showing up to let me know that I still have stuff to work on. Yeah, like I hear you, but this is the truth. The truth is that I am an incredibly able person. I'm a loving person. I'm compassionate. I am a light, and that's what I'm going to be. And a light would never look at itself and go, oh yeah, you're not that bright. A light's just a light, and it just shines bright. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to shine bright and just love this journey. You know, one thing that's happened with the painting is that I used to the first thought I ever had in the morning was literally, because, you know, I'm legally blind. And the reason I started painting was because I lost my vision pretty much. It wasn't all black, but I could really just detect movement. And during that time, you know, I remember eating, I went to a restaurant with some friends, and it was a salad bar. And I sat down and I was eating my salad, and I was like, why am I'm tasting something sweet. First of all, I can't see my food. And I said, I'm eating, like, I said, there's something sweet. And my friend looked at my plate. He goes, oh yeah, you've got cookies on there. And I was like, cookies, you know? And he said, yeah, those, you have vanilla wafers on your plate. And I said, oh, I thought they were croutons, you know? And so I couldn't eat because it wasn't fun anymore. You know, it's not fun. Like when you can't look at everything on your plate and see the deliciousness. And I love food. So, and looking at food and eating food and, you know, and it doesn't taste the same when you can't see the colors and, the contrast and the, you know, you can't even see what's on the plate. Everything looks gray. It wasn't enjoyable anymore. I couldn't go for a walk because I literally was afraid to fall off the curb, or if I stepped on a rock and you know, or just step on a rock and fall, twist my ankle, whatever, even getting lost was a major thing because I couldn't see street names, and I was in a new neighborhood, and I couldn't read because, duh, I couldn't read. So everything, you know, I started painting out of desperation of like doing something. Because yes, I listened to music, but it was just, what was I supposed to do? Just sit here? So I started painting from that. So yeah, so it's just brought me to a whole new level of happiness and purpose and life. Yeah, so instead of the first thought I have in the morning being, oh my God, I can't see, it's, oh my gosh, what am I going to paint today? Or I do wake up, like I wake up thinking about, like right now, I'm trying to figure out how I want to I want to paint an elephant on that rainbow, right? And I want to make it, I actually kind of want to make it look lifelike, just the face and the trunk. And just so you know, I'm not a painter. I'm not I am now, but I mean, I've never had lessons. I never picked up a paintbrush really to speak of until last December. Just 3.5 months ago. So, so it's really difficult for me to think about making an elephant look lifelike, you know, but it's a challenge, and it kind of excites me that maybe I can do it, and maybe I'll ruin a canvas. Oh, well, just paint it white and start over again, right? No big deal. But, it's kind of an exciting challenge for me. I probably should write things down about what I'm going to talk about, because I had forgot what I was talking about. So here we are. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to reach out, say hi, and I hope that something I've said has inspired somebody out there. And know that, like, if something's happening in your life that makes you feel like how can you live your life you know, because losing your eyesight's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. And what I thought about was like, what am I supposed to do? How can I live my life? I can't work anymore. I can't see a computer screen. I can't see a book. I can't, you know, I even when I was working and I had the square and the iPad and all that stuff, it was so hard to see the screen, and it was hard for everybody else, but it was impossible almost for me to see the screen. I had to memorize where all the buttons were, to get through it. And I couldn't go back to that because I can't go work for someone and get paid what I feel I'm worth and then not be able to do that job because I can't see, a computer screen or even a keyboard or even what color, something is. So I just hope that if you're in that position where you think, you know, you have a disease or you have a condition that you feel like your whole life you have to relearn everything, because I did. I just want you to know that it's not over. And as hard as it is, and as difficult as it might seem to you, to be able to see that there is a future and there is a solution and you're not going to end up homeless on the street or whatever you're thinking of, there's hope and there's something that's about to be birthed if you just allow it and don't fight whatever it is that you're experiencing. And by fighting, I don't mean don't take medicines or anything. What I'm saying is that don't resist it. Don't get so mad at it that you hate it, that you think, you know, don't become its victim. Do not be defined by that, because that's not what you are. Your truth is you are a child of God. You are a product of the universe that is expressing through you. And that, however that looks, just say, okay, let's see how this looks from this point of view, from this experience. How does that look? Because it becomes a lot easier and a lot more manageable. And if you just trust, you'll see that there's opportunities everywhere. And I know when I was in that position and people were telling me that, I didn't want to hear it, you know, because, you know, and it's okay to cry, and it's okay to not like your situation. It's okay to be mad. Just don't dwell there. Just know that, you know, maybe you're parked there for a little bit, but you got to move on. You got to move on, or else, I mean, what are you going to do? You got to move on. Like, I had no choice but to keep going, because what was I going to do? I don't have the courage, honestly, to commit suicide. So although I wanted to be dead so many times and I asked God to take my life, I just don't have the courage to do that. Because from my belief, in my belief system, I think that, you know, I could do that, but it's not going to, it's kind of like you don't graduate, right? You don't get to go on to the next phase. No, you got to come back and do this over again and get past this. So I thought, no, I'm not going to do this again because this is too hard. I'm just going to get past it. Whatever happens, happens. And do I have my sight back? Not yet. But it's okay. I don't hate blindness anymore. Do I want perfect eyesight? Absolutely. Do I know what the future holds? No, I'm hoping that I get my eyesight back. I know that at some point in my existence, I will see clearly again. So, you know, I'm okay with this experience. Yeah, I'm okay with this experience. Anyway, I hope you guys have a lovely day. If any of you are interested in purchasing my art, please let me know. Also, if any of you would just like to make a donation, just because, like a tithe or something like that, I would gladly accept it. I will put my PayPal information on. You'll see that on, you know, on the description of the video if you guys are interested in that. And if not, that's okay too. You know, just if you feel called to, I would absolutely graciously accept it. And all right, well, you guys have an amazing Sunday. I love you all, or whatever day this is, because you might not watch this on Sunday. So I love you all. Have an amazing day. And yeah, know that the universe loves you, and just love it. Love everything about it. Mwah!